Good morning. I'm at Lori Holt's Quilty Cottage, and we are going to have a trunk show of all of the awesome items in her new book. So her new book is Farm Girl Vintage, and it's going to be shipping in September. And you can get the book at Fat Quarter Shop in the link below. And so today what I'm going to do is just walk you through everything that's in the book. It is jam-packed with all kinds of things. She has 45 blocks with both instructions for 6-inch and 12-inch. And she has made 48 projects for the book. You know, there's not 48 separate patterns, but she's showing you different versions of what you can do in your own home to make it your own. But I want to start off, before I start, with some funny stories, because that's just me. So, okay, so like I love Starbucks, and I'm here with like Jocelyn, Lori, Sarah, and Lily, and Lori is going to be answering all your questions about the book in the comments. So if you want to talk to Lori, you can talk to her right now. Just say hi to her in the comments. So we went to Starbucks, and Lily always drives because she's a really good driver. And so we're sitting in the car, and Lily gets out because we're at Starbucks, so she's going to go get the Starbucks. And I'm in the back seat, and Jocelyn's in the back seat, and Sarah's in the back seat, and Lori's in the front seat. And Lori says, "I think we're moving." And I was like, "We're not moving. What are you talking about?" The car was in neutral, and it starts going. And so then Lori can't get over to hit the brake. Sarah jumps over the seat and hits stop. Lori's hitting the brake, but then Jocelyn poured her drink all over me because she didn't know what to do. So she got out of the car to like get in the front seat. So like that was my first Starbucks story. My second Starbucks story is we went to Starbucks yesterday, and we thought we're going to have this like meeting about this idea I had. So we go and we just order the mobile order. And our drinks don't come. And our drinks don't come. And we got to be at Lori's house. So I'm like, okay, I'm just leaving my drink. So I left without a drink yesterday. So I don't know, like me and Lily have been having really bad luck lately. So we need to not travel together for a little bit because we're a hot mess. So anyway, so let's start with the blocks. So I wanted to mention that if you wanted to change blocks, because she gives you the 6-inch and the 12-inch, there's some in Vintage Christmas, which is a previous book, and Farm Girl Vintage, which is the original book, and Spelling Bee. And so what Lori's doing for you guys is giving you all these options, and you can mix and match blocks from all the books, those 3 books, and her new book. You can pick any setting and just make it your own. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you every single block in the book, except for one, which you'll see a little bit later. And again, there's instructions for 6-inch and 12-inch. So the first one is
the Autumn Pumpkin.
So Sarah's doing the background so that I don't have to look at the book. And so this is super cute. I mean, I love pumpkins. And then we've got
Baked with Love.
And so this one has a tiny bit of embroidery, but if you don't like embroidery, you don't have to add it. And all of the quilts in this book are made with her Farm Girl Vintage collection, and then she's got some coordinating prints that are coming out in May, June, companion prints in May, June. So you can just add all those together. And one thing that she did is she's adding her 108-inch wide. She's using some of those on the front of her quilts.
This one's the Barn Cat.
And she's got some embroidery on him. Bright zinnia, right?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. And this one, oh my gosh, when you see the quilt that is made with this, you're gonna just die.
Busy Beehive.
So this is super cute. She made a quilt with this, and she used different hearts. Some are pink, some are red.
There's Cheerful Tulips. Cold Watermelon.
And so you'll see this wonderful use of fabric right there.
Corn and Tomatoes 2.
So in her first Farm Girl book, she had a corn and tomatoes block. So this is her second version of that block. This one I remember the name is Cross Stitch.
Yep.
Because that's the easy name to remember. Curious Crow. And so here she has a button. And so you could do a button or you could do embroidery, and she used her cute little buttons. This is one of my favorites.
Daddy's tractor.
And so again, she combined a button in the small wheel and a smokestack. Super cute.
Evening star. Cowgirl boots.
You would think she was from Texas or something.
Fall harvest.
And if you wanted even more variety, you could get her bee backgrounds or her bee basics fabrics if you wanted more, even more color choices, because all of her stuff blends together.
That last one was farm to table.
Oh, sorry.
And this one's friendly goat.
So here she's got French knots. This is Mama's crochet, right?
Yeah, grandma's crochet.
So more hearts. This one is so cute.
Grandpa's truck.
And so on here she's got little haystacks, and so she's got she only has 3 yellows, but she varied them so that it looks like there's more.
Hand mixer.
I also love this one because I love flowers.
Happy flowers.
And you'll see a quilt using this flower, and it's amazing.
Happy horse.
And so this one has a little bit of embroidery for eyes and the bucket. Oh, and then there's cute little buttons right here. So cute. And so all her buttons that she put in are all from her little cute little button pack.
Honeybee.
This is totally Lori.
Lazy Daisy.
And so this one she used 2 yellows, but you could do 4 if you wanted, or you could just do 1. And that's the great thing about Lori's books, is you can like mix and match, you can make it your own. It doesn't have to be like a set formula. And she loves when y'all change up stuff. She loves to see all the stuff that you guys make that changes it up, because no 2 quilts should be exactly the same.
There's Little Acorn, and this one is Mama's applique.
And it's not applique.
Yeah.
It's just meant to look like applique.
Mama's apron.
So this one she used some of her vintage trim. So if you used her vintage trim in your rickrack, in the binding of your quilts, this is the large version. So if you have any leftover from putting it in the 2-color quilt sew along or one of her previous samplers, putting it in the binding, you can use some of this for the apron. And of course you could make your aprons have 2 different pockets if you wanted.
Maple leaf.
I love seeing the blocks, like the different combination between like hard and easy. If I was making this, I would just start with all the easy.
Milk cow.
So this one has little buttons and embroidery.
Can you hold it a little lower? Oh, right there, perfect.
Mixing it up.
This one's New Baby, right?
Yes.
And so this is kind of what I was talking about when you give a gift to somebody who has a new baby. It's good to give them a block like this because it's easy and it doesn't take too much time.
Peas and carrots 2.
This one is one of my favorites. It's Penny Pig. I love this one. He's so cute. He's a little oink oink.
I think that's my favorite block.
Yeah. I get to go home today and see Picky, my dog.
Pretty Dahlia.
And I love this one too. I love all the flowers.
Quilting Day. Rise and Shine Rooster. Scrap quilt. Sewing baskets. Sisters quilt.
And I love this one.
Small town.
And so this is a great use of like scrappy fabric, and what's fun about this is if you made this over and over, you could just cut a lot of roofs and a lot of doors and a lot of panels and a lot of windows, and you could just like cut a bunch of it, and then at your sewing machine you could just like mix and match, and it's fun. It makes your sewing go a little bit more like fun because you're not doing the same thing over and over.
Spring blossom. Starry nights.
They're so cute.
Strawberry jam.
And so one thing that Lori does that I really like is when she's piecing on her backs, you'll see that a lot of stuff is pressed to one side, but then if she has a lot of seams, she'll press open. And so I see a lot of you guys talking online about, should I press open? Should I press to one side? Like, you should just do whatever works at that moment. Like, your whole quilt does not have to be pressed to one side. Your whole quilt does not have to be pressed open. Do whatever you want. But that's like a perfect example of like, do it the way that works best.
Tending the garden.
So like on this one, same thing. Some are open, some are not. And you can see her blocks are like perfectly pieced. So she just makes it work. She does whatever makes it look the best.
Winter quilt.
So like on this one, she pressed all to one side, but then those center seams are open. So those are the 45 blocks. And again, you can mix and match those with previous blocks from Spelling Bee, Farm Girl Vintage, and Vintage Christmas. She also has 3 other books that have also come out. Great Granny Squared, Quilty Fun, which is her first book, and her Scrappy Project Planner. And these are all available at Fat Quarter Shop. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite quilts she ever did. I gotta find it though. This is it, Fat Quarter Flirt. I still haven't made it after all these years. Still haven't made it. So, but the planner comes with 3 patterns. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go through each quilt in the book and talk to you about like the quilt. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the sampler that's on the cover. So in the sampler on the cover, let me get to that page. It is 88 by 95. There's one pattern for this, but I'm going to show you 3 versions that she did so that you can see you can make it however you want. So this uses 20 12-inch blocks and 36-inch blocks. So that's a total of 50 blocks, and the book only has 45. So what she did on her first sampler is she redid a couple, like just did a couple of blocks twice. Or you can go to the previous books I showed you and add your own. So this is the first one, and this one is the one that has all 50 blocks from the book. Just like an all-over sampler. We do have a kit available, and the kits will probably be available the same time the book comes out. And so what we're going to do is, this is Jocelyn over here. Say hi, Jocelyn.
Hi.
There she is.
So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of hold it and let Lily pan, and then we'll do you want to pan the top, and then we'll just flip it over and do the bottom?
Let's do that. Okay.
So let her get the top, and you'll see that she has her red vintage trim in her binding. So she'll just pan the top, and then we'll fold it, and then you can see the bottom. And this is the quilt that will be on the cover of the the book. So if you want to make it just like her, you can just follow what she did.
All right, I'm good with the pan, Kimberly.
Is it 180? Okay, and on the back, I want to show you the back. The back is 108-inch fabric, and it's super cute. And one thing that she did that I didn't realize, which is really good, and I'm going to do it when I get home, when I get caught up on my vintage sampler blog along, is she's using some of these fabrics on the front of the quilt, which I would have never thought of. So,
Where's the bottom of the quilt?
oh, do we need to show the bottom?
Oh, I got the bottom.
No, she got the bottom.
We have a new YouTube member.
Yay!
Nancy next. Confetti
Thank
cannon
you.
for Nancy. Welcome. There is a coupon for YouTube members right now, by the way.
I'll talk about it then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we have, this one is called Beekeeper's Gardener. Now again, this is the same exact instructions, same exact setting as the Farm Girl sampler you just saw. She just changed her blocks. The picture will be in the book, but again, it's the same exact instructions as this one. You just mix and match your blocks. Mix and match. What did I say, Matt? Sorry.
The border makes a big difference too.
Yeah, so here we go. This is, she named this one Beekeeper's Garden. And so she used the
Busy beehive.
Busy Beehive block, and then she added in different florals. So she's got the zinnia, the happy floral, the tulip. And the one thing when we were photographing this yesterday that I really liked is some of the hearts are red and some of them are pink. And all of this fabric is her fabric. So it's from Farm Girl Vintage Companions, and then Bee Basics, Bee Backgrounds. And so this border has a green. Did you get the bottom? And then on the backing, I'm going to show the backing on all these just so y'all can see what she did. She did a beautiful yellow. And this is, it is 108 inch? Okay. So this is 108 inch wide too. So I need to get some of that. Okay, now this is the third version of the sampler. So again, same pattern. And it is called October Skies. And so this is more of a fall quilt. And oh my goodness, look at the scarecrow.
Yeah, that's the one we didn't have earlier.
Yeah, so this scarecrow block is the only block that I didn't show you in the block layout. And you'll see why at the end why.
We also do have another new YouTube member,
Yay!
Wanda Simpson.
So right now, guys, I wasn't going to talk about it until the end, but we have a really awesome coupon right now that lasts until next Friday. If you're a YouTube member, it is 20% off Robert Kaufman fabrics. So yeah, this one is totally fall, and she's got the cloud rickrack and her binding here and her 108 inch wide on the back also. So that's the first quilt in the book. One instruction, but she's just put together 3 awesome quilts to show you the variety. So when you get a book from Lori, you're not going to get a book that's like this quilt, this quilt, this quilt, this quilt. You're going to get all these like patterns and all these versions so that when you get to your house, you can make it your own. You can use whatever fabric. You can use scrappy fabric. You can use Lori's fabric. You can do whatever you want to do. There's just so many possibilities. So this next pattern is 78 by 90, and it is called Busy Bee Flower Farm, and we have 1 quilt. So, I think that's the top. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I have it right?
Yes, you have it right.
So basically in this quilt, this is, let me see. Okay, so in this quilt, the truck is one pattern, but this is a 6-inch block that you place here. 12-inch block, 12-inch block. And then let's go to the half, pull to the half so I can think like this. So these are 12-inch, 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 6, 6, 6, 6, 12, 12, 6, 6, 6, 6, 12, 12, 6, 6. So you see what she's doing is the pattern has everything and you just fill in the blocks you want. So if you wanted it to, instead of be a flower farm, be some kind of other block, you could do that. And she has a mix of her flowers. You could do all one flower. You can do whatever you want. And oh, I want to show the back, sorry. This also has cloud rickrack, and this is also 108 inch. And Lori's fabric. And her 108 inch is really good quality. You know, sometimes 108 inch is rough or hard to use or stiff. It's great. It feels just like the fabric on the front. So, that again was Busy Bee Flower Farm. Okay, so this next section is called Mix and Match. So I'm going to kind of show you so it kind of makes sense, but I'm going to try to cover up the instructions. And you can see all my notes. This is how I edit a book. So she's giving you 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And you mix and match with the other 6 and 12 inch blocks. So we're going to do we're just going to go and I'm going to try to figure out which ones we've got. So is this a large one or small one?
That's the large one with Mama's apron. And
okay,
yeah.
So this one is large, and the large is 62 by 90. This one we're going to call Sunday Dinner. And so there's, again, one pattern for the large and one pattern for the small. The small uses 6-inch blocks. The large uses 12-inch. And this is the Mama's Apron block, and you will see her fun mix and match of her large vintage trim. So she's got the peony, the green, the yellow, the beehive, so you can have a lot of fun with it. And she has, in this binding, she has the beehive. And the back, she has 108 inch.
Also, another new YouTube member,
Yay!
Deborah Gilmore. Welcome,
Thank
Deborah. Yay!
And, okay, let me see this quilt again, sorry. So this one just uses, this is just the 12-inch blocks. She didn't mix any block, she didn't use any of the little mix and match blocks in it. So this is just the block, but this next one is gonna show you blocks from the front of the book and the mix and match block. Sorry. So this one uses this block. Sarah's going to try to think of the name. I don't know what it is. And then you frame it. But then this is a mix and match block, which is called 2x4. So you've got blocks from the front, blocks from mix and match. Blocks from the front, blocks from mix and match. And she has put the same frame around her fabric as the border, which really ties it, or the outer border, which really ties it in. She's got cloud rickrack. And I think this is a 44-inch wide fabric on the back. And then her third large mix and match, again, 62 by 90, uses the chicken rooster.
Rise and Shine Rooster.
Rise and Shine Rooster. And so on this one, she's got the 12-inch Rise and Shine Rooster. And then this is called a quarter pasture block. And again, she has used the same outer border as the frame, which really ties it together. And both of these have a red inner border. And she's got the red rickrack, so that kind of ties together everything. And so again, like if you live on the country. Oh, and then I also wanted to tell you, this is her shabby fabrics. We have it in stock at Fat Quarter Shop. It's called Bronze.
Bronze steel.
Yes, bronze steel shabby. And it's beautiful.
That's not
Just steel. Just steel.
On our site it says
This is
bronze.
bronze steel.
Okay.
Just steel.
We'll find it. We'll figure it out.
Sorry. And the back. Okay, so also wanted to show you, this is a 108-inch wide fabric that she put on the border and also on the back. So if you use that for the border, it's a lot easier because you don't have to piece the borders together. So that's something that you can consider doing with her fabrics.
The other mix and match quilt used the Sisters block.
Oh, okay. Now we're going to go to the small. So again, the last 3 that you saw, there's one pattern for that. And it is 62 by 90, one pattern. But in the book, you're going to see beautiful quilts. You're going to see beautiful photography of all of these, so that when you're sitting in your house, you can look and you can say, okay, this is how it would look Americana or country or however. And then, okay, so our small mix and match quilts are 31 by 45. The first one we're going to call Little Red Tractor. And here she's got 6-inch tractor blocks, and then she has the 2x4 block mixed in. And she's used just a 45-inch fabric here. Her cloud rickrack, these are all her fabrics. And the back is one of my favorites. It's like a chicken scratch. And she's got a little bit of embroidery. She did the embroidery, oh no, she did the buttons after, so I want to show you the back. So she put the buttons that go on the little wheel, and you can see that in the back you just see her little, that's how she ties it off, and that's totally okay, that's totally normal. Like, you don't have to hide your threads inside. You're going to want to put buttons on after. See, here's where the buttons are. You're going to want to put them on after, because if you put them on before you're quilting, your long arm quilter might run over them, or if you're free motion quilting at home, like that would be terrible if your needle hit that button. The next one she's calling Farmhouse Kitchen, same size, and on this one she used kitchen blocks from the book, so you can use different blocks from the front, you don't have to use the same. And then this one is called Quarter Pasture Block, and she used the same background throughout all of the blocks to tie it together, the red and the binding, inner border binding same. So she's always got something that ties her quilts together. That's one of the things that is really great about Lori's stuff. But this is her kitchen, so that you can see the other one had one tractor block throughout. This has all different. And the back is so cute. It's a 45-inch. And her last small mix and match we're going to call Oink Oink. And this uses Penny Pig.
Hello.
And so this one, this block is a mix and match, and it's called the 16 patch. And so, that's so cute. It would be so cute in a kitchen. And then again, she's tied her inner border color to her binding colors and her rickrack, so it all just ties together. And this is all just scrappy. So just, you know, she saves every 2.5-inch square left over. She keeps bins. If you want to see how she organizes her fabric, I'll let you hold this. If you want to see how she organizes her fabric, it's all written out in the Scrappy Project Planner. And she keeps baskets, like a 1.5-inch basket, 2.5-inch basket, 3.5-inch basket. And so from her 2.5-inch basket, I guarantee she just went to her basket, pulled all these out. She didn't cut no yardage. She saves everything. And she talks about how she cuts her strips, how she organizes, all that stuff, and it's all in the Scrappy Project Planner. But she saves every little piece. And then you can use it within anything. So that is that section. Yep, and this is the back. It's a 45-inch from Farm Girl Vintage. So again, the last 6 quilts, we had 3 small, 3 large. It's one pattern. Now we're going to go to gingham. Nope, we're not. We're going to go to this. This is our mix and match pillow sham. And so there's one pattern, and we only have instructions for the 12-inch block because this fits a big pillow. A 6-inch block would not work on your bed. So basically you put a block, you can pick, like this one matches one of the quilts she already did. It shows you how to add the border, how to add the rickrack, and then how to do the her wonderful pillow back that I've shown you guys tons of times on live stream and given her credit.
Lori wants to say that you could also use 4 6-inch blocks.
Oh, so see, Lori's over here. She's so smart. We need to write that in the book, Sarah. Can you make a note?
Yes.
Sorry. Good catch. So here you can do a 12-inch block, or you could do 4 6-inch blocks, which is, I'm so glad Lori said it, because now we can put it in the book because we didn't have it in there. So this is the freedom of her work, is you can do, you know, you can just like mix and match it. And I love this. I might sneak it in the airplane. Not really. Not really.
I mean,
Okay, so this next section is awesome. So what she's done is there's one pattern, but there's all these sizes. I'm going to read them to you. There's 10. There's a small doll, a large doll, a small crib, a large crib, a toddler, a small lap, a large lap, a twin, a full, and a queen. And what she does, I'm going to show you with the pink. Oh,
sorry, the pink's over there.
can I have the pink?
Yes.
So sorry.
Yeah. No.
And we'll show those at the
Here
end.
you go.
So the easiest way to show you this is we've got a dark print, a medium print, and a light print. And the difference in all of these is you start with a different size square, but it's the same exact instructions. So again, dark, medium, light. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you all the gingham quilts. I'm not going to tell you the name of each because that's just too much. Because I can't remember. And we're going to show you that, and then we're going to show you her doll beds and talk about her doll beds. And I know you guys have had a lot of questions, so I've gone over those so that I have most of the answers in my head. So this is the little bitty one. And on this one, Lori hand quilted it. So she used Aurifloss, right? Yep, Aurifloss from her Aurifloss box. She hand quilted that, so that's the smallest one. And I'm just going to go from smallest to largest. And again, these all use 3 fabrics and then a binding and a backing. And you could add gingham. I'm going to lose my mind. You could add rickrack to this if you wanted to make it have a little pop. And so she quilted this one. Okay, this is the third one. And this is some of her Be Basics I see in here. And this one has an all-over quilting. And so the first 2 are really considered doll quilts. So let's see. This is some fabric. This fabric is from Farm Girl Fall, I think, right? Autumn Love. Autumn Love. And it's got an all-over quilting, and she put the light print on the back as the backing. This is my favorite. That's the front. And that's the best thing about Lori's books is it's one pattern, but she showed it 10 times so that not only can you see size differences, you can see color differences. So if you have trouble picking fabric, oh, I'm going to show the back of that. Sorry, I missed that. This is her awesome 108-inch backing. So not only do you get all these size options for what you want to do at home, you can see which one matches your house, and then you can like zoom in and look, oh, I have that fabric, I can get that fabric at Packcore Shop, or you know, whatever. It's Lori's fabric, so you don't really have to think. And of course I love this because it's pink, so let's see if we can figure out this way. So on this one, what fabric is this? Be Basics?
That's Autumn Love.
Autumn Love. And on this one, she has the darker print on the back. So on all of these quilts, she's just had freedom. Sometimes she puts the light, sometimes she puts the dark, sometimes she puts 108 inch. She puts whatever looks best. Oh, this is 108 inch, sorry. And these are all pantograph quilting. Oops, sorry, Jocelyn. So this is her green version. This is 108 inch fabric, right? Mm-hmm. So she's mixed in 108 inch fabric in here, and again, that's the beauty of her fabric. It's got a great quality. You can put it, and then the back, she again put the light on the back. And her ginghams are awesome. So you're gonna see a lot of ginghams on the front of her quilts, but she also uses them in the binding. Okay, now we're getting really heavy, guys. These quilts are heavy. My arms are tired. Okay, let's see if we can find the front, Jocelyn.
I think it's sideways.
Okay, sideways. Okay, we'll go this way. Okay. So this is gray, and I know this is from a B Basics, and this is B Basics. Autumn Love.
Or the other.
Autumn Love is the other one. So she's mixing her collections together. And a lot of her Autumn Love is still in print. Her B Basics and B Backgrounds are still in print. Let's see what she put on the back. Oh, she put 108 inch on the back again, and a gingham on the outside, which is appropriate because this is called Farm Girl Gingham. Okay, this one is the Fool, and it is huge. Okay, so let's see if we can get this. And of course it's sideways here. There, sure.
Got it.
Nope. The other
That's
way.
right. Oh, no.
Keep going one more time. Sorry.
Got it.
It's like my arms are tired.
This is another sport in the Quilt Olympics that
Yes.
we're talking about.
Draping.
Yes. So again, same pattern. You're just getting larger, and you're just getting larger squares. And the back of this is Christmas fabric. And that is also still in print. Okay, this is the queen. If I can get through this. I'm out of breath. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get it right.
King size, right?
Yeah.
Queen. Yeah,
It's
queen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
No, you said queen. I was like, wait, isn't it actually? No, you're right.
It's big.
There we go.
Yeah.
So this is her sea foam. And I know this is a B Basics. So it's just a mix of everything. All of her collections work together. She doesn't change the colors too much, so that you can always, if you love Lori's stuff, you just get her stash, get a bundle, you just keep adding to it, save every little scrap. Okay.
Backing.
That is 108 inch backing, I think. Okay. So that is the Farm Girl Gingham. And again, one pattern, 10 sizes, and 10 photos, and 10 different colors. And then, okay, we have a section called Barn Star. There are 4 different patterns in 2 sizes, so that means 8 patterns. So there's 4 Barn Stars. The small ones are 18.5 inch square, which is great for like a living room table. I just got a square table, and so I'm excited because I'm going to put one on there. And then if you want to make the 12 inch blocks, that is a 36.5. So 18.5, 36.5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the smalls, then the larges, and then Sarah's going to spit out the names. So this is the, again, shabby,
The Hayride Barn Star.
but the best.
Steel.
Shabby steel. And this would also look really good if you took all 4 of these and put these on a wall. Like as decor, you could do them like a little 4, or you could do up and down. And that's Lori's idea, not mine.
Sorry to interrupt. Another new YouTube member.
Thank you.
Wendy Gibson. Welcome, Wendy.
Is the backing on this too?
Oh yes, this is the backing. And she used the same backing on all of them. And that's 108 inch.
So it's the Harvest Barn Star.
Oh, sorry. I caught you past. And these are all easy, great beginners. You know, if you want to get one of Lori's books and maybe you're a beginner and maybe you're scared of all the like little pieces. Everything in her book is easy. It's all corner square triangles, corner squares. So very easy techniques. All of the books we write, we're the publisher, all full color diagrams. Never, cross my fingers, never been a mistake in a book. So, I mean, you're getting a premium product. And this book is over 200 pages.
That one was the Square Dance. Sorry, real fast.
Square dance.
And then that one's State Fair Barn Star.
Okay, so now those are the 4 small. Now we're going to go to the large, and you're going to see that she did all the same background in the small so that she can put those on her wall, she can decorate her house. And then now we're going to go to the larges, and she used a whole different background, whole different fabric. I have to take a drink because I'm thirsty, sorry.
Do you want me to hold the small one up while you hold the big one? Yeah, okay.
So Jocelyn's going to, is that the same one?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's not?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Go reverse the first.
Yeah,
that,
here we
yeah.
go. Sorry.
So this one, Jocelyn's got this great idea that I'll show the large and she'll put the small.
Maybe not. Maybe not so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. And then on this one, she used the same fabric. This is what I like to do. I like to put the background on the back of my quilts. And then this one I love. It's so harvesty. If I was going to do one for my house, this is kind of the color I would go with, because by the time I get it done, it will be October. So and again, she's using the same color on the back as the background on the front. And these would be, you know, if you put these on the wall, you would just put one on the wall. Unless you live in a mansion and you could put 4. And this is my very favorite. This is one of my favorite quilts in the whole book. And one of the reasons it's my favorite is I have a really hard time working with medium prints. I don't know how to do it, and this is beautiful, and it has a lot of medium prints. And so that's why I love it, because it's like almost something I couldn't do. And again, the back is the same as the one of the fabrics on the front. So that is Barn Star. Again, I'm going to summarize. 4 patterns. They both have a small and a large within them, and they're all Barn Stars.
How big was the large, do you know?
36 and a half. So the small's 18, the big is 36. Okay. So now we're going to go to the doll quilts. So I'm going to first start by showing you the doll beds. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the doll beds. And then if y'all have more questions about the doll beds, Lori's going to answer them in the comments. So what Lori does is she goes to antique and thrift shops. She's been shopping for these beds for well over a year because she knew the next book was going to have doll quilts. So she bought the beds. She painted them with her new paint, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go into detail in it in my very last section, but she has 18 paint colors, and she hand painted all of these. She made with foam mattresses, and she made little doll pillows. So in the book, you're going to see instructions for the doll pillows, but not the bed, because all of the, she has a total of 10 cribs she bought and colored, and she painted. They're all different, so there's not like a standard size. These are not something you can just go like to Nordstrom or JCPenney's and get. This is all, you got to go to an antique store.
We have 2 new YouTube members.
Thank you.
Suzanne McAllen. Welcome, Suzanne. And Delphina Guerra. Welcome, Delphina.
Thank you. And so this is like a slightly bigger, oh, you can show. Like these are kind of the same size, but you can see even though they look the same, they're not. So she just handmade these with foam. Put some fabric over them. So she's just, all the doll beds are just custom Lori. And so I know one of the things y'all kept saying is, where can I buy these beds? Where can I buy these beds? It took her well over a year to find 10 doll beds. So she just went, every time she went to an antique store. There's a store in Salt Lake City called Home Again. We might go there in a little bit. But they always have something like that, and you take it home. And if you need to sand it, you sand it. If you don't, you don't. And she painted all of them. And there's beautiful pictures in the book that go with the doll quilt. So now I'm going to talk about the doll quilts. And they're so cute. Okay, so the first doll quilt is called Small Doll Quilt. And there's 2 different, 1 pattern, 2 versions. And so this one is the scrap doll quilt. Nope. This is the winter doll quilt. And this is the scrap doll quilt. They are 15 by 21. And basically it's taking units instead of blocks from the front of the book, which is something she's never done, and gives you these doll quilts. These are so cute. They would be great on in your sewing studio as like cute little quilts, you know, when you want to hang mini quilts on your walls. It's cute for like a baby gift if you're, you know, like if you have a newborn that's coming. So cute. Love it. So that's the first doll quilt. The second doll quilt is 1 pattern. It comes in the same size. 15 by 21, different pattern, 2 versions. So we've got the sewing baskets and the quilting day. And what this does that's different than the one previous is you just put a alternate background square. And on these, I quilted these with my Sashiko Baby Lock machine. And I know you guys have a lot of questions about it. Basically, it's a machine that gives the look of Sashiko on the front. The back looks like a regular sewing machine stitch. But yeah, it's really cute. So that's her second doll quilt. Her third doll quilt is just the medium doll quilt. It is 17 by 29. And we have, Jocelyn's gonna hold the small town doll quilt. And then this one is Starry Nights doll quilt. And so if you remember from the block, could you find that block?
Yeah.
No, I mean the real block. Can you hand her that?
Yeah.
From right here. Show her that. I want to show you guys, no, in the basket. Can you find it in the basket?
Yeah.
Because I want to kind of show you,
Here's the Starry
yes,
Night
that's
one.
what I need. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so you hold this.
Sure.
So what she's done that she's never done before is, okay, this is a block. This is a unit, a unit, a unit, a unit. So you got 4 units here. Now, of course, this is the 12-inch size, and these are the 6-inch. So but you got to envision it. So you're taking units from blocks and adding sashing. And so that's what makes it different. And then the other one that Jocelyn had, it's the same thing, where you're taking units from the block, and you can easily follow it because in the pattern we call this, for example, I'm making this up because I don't know exactly, but small town unit. It's the same name as the block. So if you go to the page, do you want to see them on bed?
I want to see a doll quilt. on
Okay,
that.
we'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll put this aside.
so why don't you decorate the doll beds?
Okay.
Because I'm not good at that. Okay, so then the last is a large doll quilts, and they're 18 by 30. This one is the new baby doll quilt, and this is the cross stitch doll quilt. So these are a little bit bigger, and these are blocks put together instead of units.
Yeah.
And so we're going to decorate some beds. We're not going to decorate the whole thing though, because that takes forever. So like, this is a little piggy bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was one of the gingham doll quilts.
Yes. Oh yes, so this
Yeah.
from the front of the book, the gingham, 2 of them are small and we consider those doll quilts. So there's 8 in the back of the doll section, 2 in the gingham section, so she has a total of 10 doll quilts, and there's a beautiful picture, you can see it on Instagram, with all the doll beds, so cute, and then they're all decorated. And she did custom paint these beds to match specific quilts. We're probably not putting the exact quilt back on the bed exactly how Lori wants it,
No.
but you can just refer to the book. You can refer to the book for her.
I got a small one with this one.
Where's the smaller one? I don't have it. Oh, here. Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh, looky, so cute.
Yeah,
It's so cute.
that's the quilt I want on my bed.
Yeah, so that's like her doll section, and this is a cute way to decorate, like, just decorate. It's so cute. But it's like thinking outside the box. Have you ever seen a quilt book that has 10 doll beds custom painted by the author and 10 doll quilts custom made? And then like I'm texting her photos of each quilt to make sure that the beds match. Everything is like perfect. Okay, so the next section,
We have about 2 minutes left, by the way.
okay, the next section is going to be the Farm Girl pillows, which is my favorite part of the book. I'm going to have to give back the beds, or I'm going to have no room. I'm so sorry.
There's the pin pillows.
Okay, so pin pillows, and I'm going to have to start talking fast because we're almost out of time. These pin pillows use 6-inch blocks. Now, of course, again, with the pin pillows, You could use any 6-inch block from this book or a previous book. So these pillows have a 6-inch block here, a fabric here, and you make a pocket. You can put your pins, your thread, your scissors. You're going to want to use point protectors. And yes, Lori has these brand new point protectors coming out in about a month or two. And this is like an example of her scissors with the point protector on it. But if you're making this, you don't want to put your scissors in there, and then you're going to ruin all that beautiful work you did. So she's made these point protectors so I'm going to show you all of them real quick. So we've got the bee, the flower, the pig, tractor, and new baby. So there's a total of 8, and they're awesome, and I cannot wait to make, I'm sorry. This is like, so, but you know, if you want to see any of this, just go to Fat Quarter Shop's Instagram, go to Lori Holt's Be in My Body on Instagram, it's all there. I've only got about 5 minutes left, so I'm going to go through her very last section, and it is called Framed Quilt Blocks. So at Fat Quarter Shop, you are going to be able to find these 3 custom-made frames in white. There's 3 sizes. I'm not going to tell you the exact sizes right now because I'm going to get it wrong. It's all on our Coming Soon page if you want to be notified.
Vintage frames. They're called vintage
They're called
frames.
vintage frames. They're on the Coming Soon page. They come white, but Lori has new paint. So if you want to paint it, I'm going to show you her paint in a second. But this, for example, is your scarecrow block. These are 6-inch blocks, and this is a 3-inch unit. So it's showing you how you can use a 6-inch block, 12-inch block, a unit, or you could put a 6-inch unit from a 12-inch block. So again, Lori's like brilliant mind showing you how you can do all the things. So I'm going to show you her paint. Okay. So this is called Farm Girl Chalky Chicks paint. Hand selected by Lori. It's chalk paint. At Fat Quarter Shop, we're going to have pints of 10 of the colors. Well, and there's 18 colors. We're going to start with 10, but these are the colors. I'm not going to tell you the names because I don't know them, but they're on our Coming Soon page. Yes, you can just grab some. Okay. Are y'all making fun of us behind the
No. So, someone said, "What? Lori has paint now? You're killing me, Smalls. Take all my money."
I know. So the paint should be out in about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, because they've got to like make it. So we've got new frames. The frames will be available in June. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my list because I do come prepared so that I can like see if I've missed anything. So again, the book is coming out. I'm going to go through all the things that I know you guys are going to ask also. Book is coming out in early September. Kit, early September. Frames, June. Paint, June. Quilt kit, September. Point protectors, May. We have a coupon right now, 20% off for Robert Kaufman, a full week. It is in our YouTube membership. So if you join and you go to the members section, and I will say it's a great community. I get in there, I actually pay myself to be a member. But I go in there and I love all the comments, and there's like, it's kind of like Kimberly's Stitch Squad where people talk to each other and have these conversations. And Lori, who's right here, we're going to show you in a second, she's also a member, so you can chat with Lori.
Yeah, so you only get the coupon if you're a part of the paid YouTube membership, just to clarify.
We have one more thing we're going to show you that we have hidden.
Oh yeah.
So this is brand new from Lori and us. It is your take-along project bag. You can use it for quilting, cross-stitch, school, anything. So what I love about it, super nice quality. It is not going to fall apart. This is not a cheap bag. We sourced this bag. It took months. This is a brilliant bag. But my favorite part for May Mania is the zipper is super sturdy and it's a really big pocket. So I use the little Riley Blake canvas bag. So I put all my thread in here, close it up, and then I put my Q-snap in here, and then they're separate, and then I have plenty of room. And you just put it on your back. And it's like your take-along project bag. And the back has both of our logos. And of course it says eat, sleep, stitch, repeat. So that's like anything. Like that could be sewing, embroidery, cross stitch, quilting. It could be anything. So we've got both of our logos. So we've got that. Let me see what else I forgot. Okay, so again, the book has 48 different projects sewn up. And then we were going to show you Toby, but I don't know where the dog is. Oh, he left. The dog is like, okay, I'm going to tell you about this dog because I love dogs. The dog is like, goes everywhere with Carrie. He goes to Starbucks. He goes everywhere. I don't care where he goes. He goes to the warehouse, the Riley Blake warehouse. That dog is so cute, but he's totally smart and tries to get you to play with him. And if you don't play with him, he growls at you. But I really just want to thank you guys for letting me give you this beautiful display of quilts. Like, it's amazing. I love it just as much as you guys do. We have links to everything below. If you have any questions, just comment. Lori will answer, or we'll answer. And then Lori wants to give you a little hi. She wants to say hi.
Okay. Real quick, can we do a speed round of questions? Because I'm
oh, yes.
a lot of the same things.
Sure, I will answer anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
All of the quilts and projects you showed, what book are they in?
Farm Girl Vintage 2.
Okay.
It pre-sells. It ships in September.
Do we have kits for all the quilts? Just the main quilts? What do we have kits for?
The kit that is on the cover of the book is the only one that Fat Quarter Shop is kitting. It is right here. All the other ones are so easy to kit. It's all Lori's fabric.
What fabric lines did you just show in all the quilts?
Okay, Farm Girl Vintage, which is available now. Farm Girl Vintage Companion Prints, which will be available in June. Autumn Love, which is available now. Cozy Christmas, which is available now. Bee Backgrounds, available now. And Bee Basics, available now. All at Fat Quarter Shop. Just if you go to search Lori Holt.
Okay.
All there.
Cool, that was the 3 big ones.
Okay. Okay. So do you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey everybody! And we're here. She was there the whole time, guys. Here she is answering your comments. But yeah, any other questions you guys have, wait until after the live stream and we can reply in the normal comments section.
Yes, and thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all of your support. I mean, even if you don't buy the book, it's fine. I just want you to see the beautiful work. We want to inspire you. We want to give you, ways to use up previous books also. So we hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week.
Yay.